Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Podcast with Parshva. And today, as my guest with me, I have Parth Shah. So, Parth, please wave for everyone.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, it's nice to have you, Parth. And FYI, he's my cousin brother. So, Parth, today we are not going to talk about any club or any coach or any other thing. We are going to talk about a big player in the making, the Norwegian prodigy Martin Ødegaard. So, as you know, you have been following him since he broke out at Strømsgodset in Norway, and you know that he has been a player with very big potential, and he's a really great playmaker, and he's on raging fire at Real Sociedad, and he has taken the La Liga by storm. So, what do you think is the most impressive facet of his play at Real Sociedad this season?
Like the first time when I heard about him, I saw his videos on YouTube when he was playing with Stromgard set. So it was very impressive. At the age of 16, he was like, he was playing with bigger guys than him. So there are, I guess, as much as I've seen him, I guess there are five very important aspects of his, playmaking skills, which is, I guess, there's key passes, there's dribbling, and there's long shots against, I guess, he scored very wonderful goals against Mallorca and Atletico de Madrid. And
Right.
then his crosses, he plays right wing, he plays attacking mid, his crosses are wonderful from there. And his set pieces, he can and that is why we call him the successor of Luka Modric as well.
Yeah, and he has shown a knack of scoring from free kicks and dead ball situations. He's really good at that. And looking at the current situation at Real Madrid, there are not many. In fact, there is no one who has scored a free kick since Dani Ceballos last scored against Real Betis last season. So I guess when he comes back to Real Madrid, he'll be solving many of those problems. Okay. So, as you know, Martin Ødegaard, you mentioned that he has played on the right wing. He has played as a central midfielder. So, Emmanuel Alguacil, the manager of Real Sociedad, by the way, he has deployed Ødegaard as a
Mhm,
central midfielder in the right in a 4-1-4-1 formation, or in a
mhm.
4-2-3-1 position. He has positioned in a 4-2-3-1 formation. I'm sorry, he has positioned Martin Ødegaard right behind Alexander Isak. So, which position do you think Martin Ødegaard is best suited to, and which position can Zidane exploit to the most?
See, there are only two positions where Martin Odegaard can flourish himself. The first is the center attacking mid, and the second is center mid. But both of these positions are stacked as of now. Like
Yeah,
there's Fede Valverde in center mid. There's Tony Cruz and Casemiro are indispensable.
yeah, they are in this.
So there's no Isco. The resurgence of Isco has been questioned. Like can Martin? This is I don't think so. This is the right time for Martin Odegaard to come to Madrid now.
Okay, that was very interesting to know, because I have had other opinions on that, because I think he's going to come here and straight away settle into the starting 11. So moving on to the next question, he has scored 7 goals and assisted a further 8 times for Real Sociedad this season in just 28 appearances. So do those numbers do justice to his talent? Do you think he has performed way above his weight?
I guess yes, because his manager is playing him as the center mid, and nowadays the midfielders don't score that much as Odegaard has, and he is just 21 right now. So yes, I guess he'll be able to chart that scoring up.
Okay. So, since we all know, he was in the Eredivisie for 3 seasons, two with Herenveen and one with Vitesse. So, do you think it was the right decision to loan a player of Martin Ødegaard's caliber to a league as low of quality as the Eredivisie? Would it have been better for his development had he been loaned out to another Spanish La Liga outfit like Oscar Rodriguez or Sergio Reguilon has been.
See, like Oscar Rodriguez and Sergio Reguilon were already with Real Madrid before, whereas Martin Ødegaard has been with the Norwegian league, which is very lower compared to La Liga. So sending him to Eredivisie was a very good decision. When you look at the difficulty of both the leagues,
Yeah, that's
Eredivisie,
right.
yeah, Eredivisie was the stepping stone, where you can say directly loaning out to another La Liga club could have been, you can
It
say,
should have been a gamble.
yeah, it would have been a gamble because the pressure, and
Yeah,
I can assuredly say that he wouldn't be starting every match. So Eredivisie was something where he could have where he started every match actually. And
okay.
yeah, his
That's
first few season with Herenveen was not good.
in the
The
first
stats.
season. In the first season, he didn't score at all, and in the second season, I don't even think he touched double
Yeah,
figures.
he had around 2 goals and 2 assists in around 25 matches, which was not good at all. But I could say BTS has changed his career with
Yeah.
where he scored around 4 goals and he had 5 assists in first 15
He
games.
he had he had 8 goals and 10 assists in Eredivisie alone by the end of the season,
Yeah,
and he
so
was
that was
nominated in
good.
the team of the year.
Yeah, and he has won the Norwegian Player of the Year also, which is very good for us.
Yeah.
And he is showing his maturity, match by match. So that's very good. Yeah.
Okay. So there have been a lot of reports since the beginning of the season actually, and it has gained even more attention as the days have passed by. And since Real Madrid have freezed their transfer activity for the next season, there have been a lot of reports that Martin Ødegaard could be recalled. We know that he has a 2-year loan deal in place with Real Sociedad, and currently he is serving the first year of his loan. And Martin Ødegaard himself has stated that he would like to complete those 2 years before returning to Real Madrid. But there have been reports that Real Madrid are firm on the decision of calling him back once the 2021 season resumes. So, do you think he'll be back at Real Madrid?
This is a kind of unpredictable because I personally suggest that Martin Odegaard should be there, should be at Real Sociedad for one more season
Yeah,
because currently the Real Madrid the midfield is very stacked. If you see, you know, Cruz and Casemiro cannot be benched. Okay.
he has proved to be indispensable this season.
Yeah, and even if Luka Modric leaves the club, you cannot. I don't think so. Zidane should bench Valverde because he has been very good for us. And the only possibility I can see is if or Isco leaves, Odegaard should come only if Isco leaves. Because somewhere
Yeah,
if you see the the similarity between Isco and Odegaard is their position. They share the same position. So I don't
that's
think
right.
so. And I don't suggest Odegaard should come.
My gut feeling says that he's not going to come back. He will serve his 2-year loan deal at Real Sociedad, and he will only return once the 2021 season ends. Yeah,
There were certain reports today from IS, Diario IS and Marca that Real Madrid are calling him back, but I don't
yeah.
think they should because that will be a Martin Odegaard has had a very good season till now. Be bench because that will somewhere
Hinder his
yeah
development.
yeah yeah. So I don't think so. They should call him back. They should call him once. I guess after they sell Luka Modric and Isco, I guess, or Cruz maybe because even now Cruz is even 30. So maybe 1 or 2 year after that.
Yeah, Isco has Isco. I mean, he has received a lot of backlash from a lot of fans of Real Madrid, but I didn't. I think he has done reasonably well. If you look at his performances, if you look at his performance
Yes.
against Barcelona,
Isco is doing really well. Like since last 3 4 months, he has been really playing well. But
Especially during Eden Hazard's absence, he has somewhat taken the responsibility of Real Madrid's attack. Although he hasn't scored so much, but the way he moves, he takes the team forward during the build-up play. That has been really important to Real Madrid's play.
Madrid could target Kevin De Bruyne if Man City gets a 2 match ban. So that could hinder Martin Ødegaard's chance of flourishing with Madrid. So I guess
Yeah,
Madrid not go for De Bruyne even if he is so good, because we have a real gem with us. We have
yeah,
Brennan.
and
Who is
he's much younger than Kevin De Bruyne. He'll be he can play for the good part of next 10 years at Real Madrid. Martin Ødegaard.
I'll
Yeah,
personally suggest like my future lineup would be Kamavinga as Casemiro's, at Casemiro's place, Odegaard and Valverde. Odegaard would be taking Modric and Valverde at Cruz, so it would be a perfect balance for us.
yeah, that's right. So since we know that eventually he is going to return to Real Madrid, if not next season, then the season after that. Do you think he'll be an important piece of the Real Madrid midfield puzzle?
Yes, yes, because see, somewhere Luka Modric is declining. He's already 35 right now, so we are lacking that creativity that we had, 3 4 years ago. We haven't had the player we had in Ozil.
Yeah,
Ozil was amazing. He was a very creative player, so we haven't been that lucky with since Ozil. So I
yeah,
guess yeah, Odegaard will surely fill that void that Ozil left.
most certainly. And we as Madrid fans can be hopeful about that. To conclude the video with my only final question to you is. What do you think of Martin Ødegaard? What is his potential? What is his ceiling? And do you think he can be a future Ballon d'Or winner or contender at least?
Like, see, there are other players who have been very good than Martin Odegaard. Like, if we go to see, there's Kylian Mbappe and several others. So he can be a contender, but I doubt winner because everything depends upon a manager and how he makes a player play. Uh, when you go by Zidane's formation, he opts for 4-3-3
Yeah.
and a 4-3-3 with diamond formation.
Yes.
So it will be very difficult if because Martin Odegaard hasn't been playing that good under Zidane, and I don't know, like it's very unpredictable because everything also depends upon how Odegaard works, how determined he is under how to play for Real. Yeah,
Yeah, he has expressed his desire to succeed at Real Madrid once he signed the contract extension at the end of last season. So I guess his heart is at the Santiago Bernabeu, and I think he can be a really good player for us, but even I doubt if he can be a Ballon d'Or winner. Which there, as you mentioned, there are certainly players who have outperformed him, like Kylian Mbappe. There is even Erling Haaland in the making. He's just 19, but he has already scored more than Leo Messi, Robert Lewandowski, and Cristiano Ronaldo this season. So the future is really bright for football. And when it comes to Real Madrid, Martin Ødegaard is a gem of a player. So I think he'll succeed at Real Madrid. That's my prediction.
I hope we we get Haaland so that we will be able to see that partnership of
Norwegian chemistry,
Odegaard and Haaland.
yes,
Yeah,
that is certainly a very exciting prospect. So thank you so much for being my guest,
welcome,
Parth.
well,
It was
well.
wonderful talking to you about one of my favorite young players, Martin Ødegaard. And I have been wanting to talk about Odegaard at length, and thanks for being my guest.
Yeah,
So, thank you very much, everyone, for viewing this video. You can drop your comments and suggestions down in the comment section below, and I'll be back soon with another podcast with Parshva.